pray for me, please. And keep me in your thoughts and donate to my baby, please. The man I was with on and off 5 years did this to me and my kids.
This is the story of Promyss Marcelle, a mother of 2 lovely kids who got shot by the father of her kids. He shot everybody including her 4-year-old and her 1-year-old.
4 people were shot in part of Baltimore County in what police are calling a domestic-related assault, and they're now confirming a child has died from their injuries.
She was lucky to escape with her life, but unfortunately one of her kids wasn't so lucky. The person who pulled the trigger was the same person who her kids called Daddy.
I lived in good neighborhoods, so my son would have, it would never be a mistake thing, you know what I'm saying? But end up being something from someone, his father, someone he loved, burying my son that's 4 years old.
What could have caused their daddy to shoot and kill his own son? Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. Promyss Marcelle was from West Baltimore, Maryland, but lived in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. She was a happy person who enjoyed life the way she could.
When I come to pretty, you the pinnacle. I'ma eat that pussy like it's dinner too. Soon as you leave, I miss you too. Like damn.
Promyss was a mother of 2 beautiful kids, ages 4 and 1. When she had her first child, Jacobi, she was very happy. She was so close to her. The baby was the love of her life. Here are a few videos of the kid and her mother.
Hi. Hello.
Write her name on it so you know.
Mommy.
Yes, you gotta hold it.
Her second child was the same too. She was excited to have her too. Promyss was in a relationship with 30-year-old Mark Jones. He was the father of the 2 kids. Things was never smooth between them. He had a history of abusing Promyss on several occasions. On December 24, 2024, Promyss called the police a few hours before the actual incident to report an argument between them. She told police she had a bad feeling towards him, but they told her there was nothing they could do. Later that same day, Baltimore County Police responded to a call for a shooting around 6:35 a.m. on Christmas Eve in the unit block of Breslin Court in Rosedale. Upon getting there, police found out that 4 suspects were suffering from gunshot wounds, but unfortunately, Jacobi, who was just 4 years old, had died on the scene. It was learned during preliminary investigations that 30-year-old Mark Jones, who was the father of the 2 kids, decided to shoot his 2 kids and their mother and then tried to hurt himself permanently. Luckily, Promyss and her 1-year-old survived the shooting, but Jacobi did not. They were rushed to the hospital where they were all treated.
4 people were shot in part of Baltimore County in what police are calling a domestic-related assault, and they're now confirming a child has died from their injuries.
It happened before the sun rose this Christmas Eve morning. Around 6:30 a.m., police were called to the Ross Ridge apartment homes off of Rossville Boulevard in Rosedale.
It's just real crazy. When I came out this morning, I was like, what's going on? So, they had everything blocked off, and then I found out later that it was a shoot.
Baltimore County Police later said 4 people had been shot and taken to the hospital in a domestic incident. A woman and 2 children were found with gunshot wounds to the upper body. One of the children didn't survive. The male suspect shot himself. He was also taken to the hospital.
Nothing like this out here. It's peaceful.
Neighbor Teresa lives in this building too. She didn't hear anything this morning, but her brother did.
My brother said police knocked on the door at 6 o'clock this morning. That's supposed to be okay.
Police have not released the names or ages of the victims yet, or how they were related.
I just thought about it. I do know some kids live in that building, so hopefully, none of them are involved, because normally when I come out, they playing at the playground and stuff like that.
People who live in this apartment complex were upset to hear about violence taking place in their neighborhood, especially during the Christmas holiday.
It's supposed to be about, loving your family and stuff like that, so,
Promyss took to social media to talk about her ordeal while she was in the hospital.
God, thank you to give me the strength to get on here. Lord, please protect all these babies out here. if you're going through a domestic situation and you feel like you can't leave because that's the only person you got or whatever, leave before your shit end up like mine. Everybody just pray for me, please. And keep me in your thoughts and donate to my baby, please. And that's all I really got to say. This is my story. Can you see?
Yeah, we seen it clearly.
So this is my story. I'm able to tell my story for my son. This is Dinosaur. I just keep it with me. My brother went and got it. I keep it with me. If anybody trying to call me or something, the detective has my phone. I don't have my phone. Yeah, I'm just asking for everybody, even if it's $1. I know it's Christmas time this past, but I want to send my son away the best way. Like, if anybody can donate, I want to try to do a dinosaur headstone for him if possible. I want everybody to come, even if I don't know you. I just want my son to know how much his mom pushed for him, and that his mom loves him. I'm still in the hospital. I'm not really okay. I'm not really okay. The man I was with on and off 5 years did this to me and my kids. Earlier that day, I called the police. This is my baby right here. Yeah, my health, my mental health. They got me on what's up with the K? They got me on seizure medicine because I got shot in the head, and if I get too overwhelmed, I can have a seizure. Shit, I never even thought it to me.
They got you on Capra.
Yeah, Capra. My daughter, I still got a daughter. I got a 1-year-old daughter, but this shit hard, yo. I just want to tell everybody thank you who've been sending me prayers, who've been praying for me, who donated to my son, who really pray. Just keep us in your prayers. Anything from $1 to 50 cents will help bury my son. And thank y'all for just listening to my story. And I pray anybody that's going through something domestic, just pray and remove yourself from the situation. If it happened once, it's gonna keep happening. It's something I see on movies and stuff like that, but it turned to my reality. So everybody just continue to pray for me, please. My name is Promyss. And the GoFundMe is in a few different people's stuff. I'm going to share it again. Tay gonna keep sharing it. And thank you for hearing my story.
A bullet grazed her in the head and then went into her shoulder. She said she's speaking out to bring attention to domestic violence and encourage victims to leave.
According to police and family members, this is a tragic consequence of domestic violence. The mother of the 4-year-old killed is speaking out to bring awareness to domestic violence and urge victims to leave.
My son lost his life to a gun by the hands of his father.
30-year-old Mark Jones faces 8 charges, including first-degree murder, in the Christmas Eve shooting death of his 4-year-old son, Jacobi. The boy never got to open his Christmas presents.
My son off amazing. My son loved dinosaurs. He can tell you any dinosaur literally in the world. He was full of energy. He can light up a room. He asked a lot of questions. He was just an amazing little boy.
Baltimore County Police responded to a call for a shooting around 6:35 a.m. in the unit block of Breslin Court in Rosedale. The boy's mom, Promyss Marcelle, says there's a history of domestic violence at the residence.
I called the police earlier, a few hours before the incident, because I had a bad feeling. They told me basically because his name was on a piece of mail, it's nothing they can do.
Police are investigating the shooting as a domestic-related assault. What started the argument that led to the shooting has not been released. Responding officers located a total of 3 victims. A 1-year-old girl had also been wounded.
She was shot. It went through her, but thank God she made it.
A bullet grazed Marcel on the head and then went into her shoulder. She says she's speaking out to bring attention to domestic violence and encourage victims to leave.
If it happened before, it will happen again. It's not worth it. No, even if you're quote-unquote lonely or you want to make your family, because some people don't grow up with moms and dads, so they want to give their kid what they didn't have, but it's not worth it.
Baltimore County Police arrested 30-year-old Mark Jones in connection with the deadly Christmas Eve shooting of his 4-year-old son and for wounding 2 other family members.
Where a man is now charged with murdering his own 4-year-old on Christmas Eve. County police say 30-year-old Mark Jones is being held without bond at Baltimore County Detention Center.
According to charging documents, Marcel was sleeping in her bedroom with the kids. Their father, 30-year-old Mark Jones Jr., was sleeping in the children's room. Police say around 6 in the morning he came into the room and began arguing. 4-year-old Jacobi asked him to leave. That's when police say Jones retrieved a backpack from the closet and removed a handgun. Jones then began to load the handgun magazine with bullets. Their mother and children were all in the bed. The mother then heard a boom and felt the back of her shirt get wet, and she fell to the floor. She stated Jones then shot her son and then shot himself. She ran from the apartment to get help. Charging documents state the 911 caller heard Marcel screaming, "Please don't do it," followed by several gunshots. Detectives also interviewed the suspect's mother, who says she missed a call from her son, and when she called him back on FaceTime, he was bleeding from the face and told her, "I couldn't take it anymore."
The man I was with on and off 5 years did this to me and my kids.
She's already raised more than $30,000 online and says she wants the public to attend Jacobi's funeral set for January 10th at the March Funeral Home in Randallstown.
According to police and family members, this is the tragic consequence of domestic violence. Mark faces 8 charges, including first-degree murder, in the Christmas Eve shooting death of his 4-year-old son Jacobi. Police said the suspect sustained a self-inflicted gunshot injury. He's being held without bail at the Baltimore County Detention Center. There's a GoFundMe account to help with Jacobi's funeral expenses. Promyss has been so emotional about the passing of her child. It hasn't been an easy one for her. She has posted multiple videos of her and her child like this one since he passed.
Just give me my money.
Just give me my money.
Shake that shit.
You showed me love was all you needed. Can't stand to see you leaving, but heaven couldn't wait.
Write her name on it so you know.
Mommy.
Okay.
Yes, you gotta hold it.
Our sincere condolences to her friends and families. We hope the best for her and her surviving child. It has been a very hard time for Promyss. We wish her the best in life and we hope justice is served soon. May the soul of Jacobi Marcel continue to rest in peace. Please stay safe out there and we shall see you in the next video. Happy New Year's to everybody out there.